All right, y'all. So now I'm going to talk about the different types of degrees that you guys can get. So when we talk about college, it's not just a four-year university. College is any post-secondary education, whether it's a certification, tech school, trade school, 2-year degree, 4-year degree, whatever. Um, so yeah, so those are the different types of degrees, and that was it. I'm just kidding. Okay, so certification. Usually with that, it might be something, I don't know, like learning how to use some sort of software, or learning how to use, like how to type fast. And there are jobs that, only require you to have a certification. A lot of times, certifications can go a really long way, and are looked at even more probably than a degree, because you have a specific set of skills that your employer is looking for. The next one is trade school or tech school degree, or certification as well, or licensure. So, for example, here in Utah, specifically in Provo, we have MTech, right? MTech's very popular, and a lot of students who want to do, short careers, not short careers that your career is going to be short careers that it doesn't take that long to get the training you need to be able to do the career that you want. So, for example, we have people that want to go into welding, that want to go into cosmetology, that want to do, that want to be a nurse, or that want to be a dental hygienist. All of those things are, short careers, meaning that they don't take a lot of time. The most I think a program at MTech takes is like 2 years, which is nothing. I mean, 2 years goes by like that. And you get the specific training. So that's why when you talk about trade schools or tech schools, those are very specific, and they train you in the job that you're gonna do. And a lot of these are hands-on, so you don't need to sit in a class for 2 hours. You have to actually do the thing. Like, you have to get the practice in, because once you're out in the field, you better know what you're doing. Especially if you're going into some sort of medical field. When it comes to the trade or tech schools, they want to make sure you're really well trained. So that's another one. Then there's the 2-year degrees, which is an associate's degree. And there are, again, some employers or some jobs out there where an associate's degree is enough. There are associate's degrees that are more, I guess, I wouldn't say valuable, but that are looked at more than others. So, for example, I don't know, if you get an associate's degree in, even in engineering, sometimes that could be a thing. Or, I got an associate's degree in behavior and social sciences, for example, and because of that degree, I was able to get certain jobs in education. So, like a teacher assistant, or I don't know, something in relation to what I did, which is behavioral and social sciences. So I work with people, so they know that I can work with people, and I can understand people, and I can be empathetic. So that's the 2-year degree or the associate's degree. And then there are the 4-year degrees or bachelor's degrees. The bachelor's degrees, that's the most common one, I guess. It takes usually 4 to 6 years to get. And I say 4 to 6 years because sometimes, for example, in my experience, it took me, I think, about 6 years to get it, because I had to take different classes at different colleges, because not all colleges offer all the classes you need, which is weird. I'm sure that's probably changed by now, but when I was going to college, for some reason, the community college I went to, they didn't have a psychology major. That's why I did behavior and social sciences. But because I wanted to transfer over to the university as a psychology major, there were 2 classes I was missing. So I had to take an extra year to do those 2 classes at another college. And it really varies. It depends. But a bachelor's degree is, used in a lot of areas nowadays. A lot of people are looking for bachelor's degrees, especially if you want to work, in an office setting. Like if you want to work in human resources, you need a a bachelor's degree. If you want to be a teacher, you need a bachelor's degree. If you want to do some sort of advising or counseling, definitely need a bachelor's degree. You know, yeah, so bachelor's degrees are very valuable. And then the $1 million question, a lot of students think that in order for you to get your doctorate, you need to have a master's, because that's kind of the order we go into, right? The answer is no, you don't have to have a master's to get your doctorate if you want to be a doctorate in something. There are some specific majors that do want you to have a master's first because they want you to get that set of training. But I mean, you could technically do both. You can get your master's, and then if you just need a little bit more credits to get your doctorate, then you can do that. It's all about the amount of credits that you do, and also, you know, the hours that you put in the actual practice. So yeah, so after a bachelor's, you can either go get your master's or you can get your doctorate. And there's a lot of careers that don't require that. There's a lot of people that I know that are at a point in their lives where a bachelor's is enough, like they can get them going. And then there are other careers, for example, like if you want to do like therapy, like marriage or family therapy, or if you want to be like a school psychologist or school counselor, a lot of those require you to have a master's degree. And usually a master's degree takes an extra 2 to 3 years depending on the degree that you want to get. Some master's degree is only an extra year after you get your bachelor's. So yeah, but those are the different kinds of degrees that you guys can get. Yeah, and if you have any questions, you guys know what to do. Email me, contact me, and I will be more than happy to answer them.